help but notice that even with all of reality to explore, you keep picking the places where they shoot at us.
We can't stay here. If the Vex succeed, it's the end of everything. Sapira, we can see your light. You have to go.
Nope, not leaving you. Without me, there's no coming back.
I've been away, but I couldn't tell you where. Time's moved on. The powers have shifted. New breeds replaced the old. But to remain free in the city of chains, that is still the greatest prize.
The choice to prestige in Pathfinder 1st Edition isn't a decision that should be made lightly. Some classes are weak and not worth the effort, and all of them require forethought and planning. But if you can pull it off, a prestige class can open up new avenues for your character and pay you back with plenty of interest for the investment you made early on. I want to highlight 3 powerful prestige classes that you should consider for your next Pathfinder character. Starting with the Horizon Walker. This is a terrain specialist that gains bonuses and abilities based on the type of terrain you're in and the type of terrain you've chosen to master. A Horizon Walker has a D10 hit die and the highest base attack bonus. When you prestige into Horizon Walker, you will not gain any additional weapon or armor proficiencies. Now let's look at the requirements to become a Horizon Walker. You need 6 ranks in Knowledge Geography and the Endurance feat. The Horizon Walker is particularly well suited to Ranger, but many different martial classes can really enjoy some significant benefits from this prestige class. Now that you know what it takes to become a Horizon Walker, let's talk about the class features. Starting with Favored Terrain. This functions as the Ranger ability. You gain +2 to Initiative, Knowledge Geography, Perception, Stealth, and Survival when you're in your favored terrain. As a Horizon Walker, you get a new favored terrain at 1st level, 2nd level, 4th level, 5th level, 7th level, 8th level, and 10th level. That's a total of 7 favored terrains, not counting any you had if you started with Ranger. One of the problems with favored terrain is starting a campaign, picking a favored terrain, and then not spending the whole game in that terrain. The Horizon Walker fixes that by having so many options for favored terrain. The second class feature of the Horizon Walker we need to talk about is Terrain Mastery. At 2nd level, select one of your favored terrains to master. When in your favored terrain as a move action, you may grant a +2 bonus on Climb, Stealth, Perception, and Survival to all allies within 30 feet. This bonus lasts for a number of rounds equal to your Wisdom modifier. You gain an additional Terrain Mastery at 4th level, 6th level, and 8th level. You also receive additional bonuses based on your mastered terrain, and these bonuses apply even when you're not in that terrain. Some of the Terrain Mastery bonuses I'm fond of are the Astral Plane. Your fly speed increases by 30 feet when on planes with no gravity, or subjective gravity, whatever that means. This ability is just okay, but it's an important prerequisite for an ability you can get later on. Also, Cold Terrain. You get Cold Resistance 10. Desert. You gain immunity to exhaustion. Anything that would cause you to be exhausted makes you fatigued instead. The Ethereal Plane. You ignore the 20% concealment chance from mist and fog, and you treat total concealment from mist and fog as normal concealment. Next up, plains, as in big, wide open areas of mostly flat land. If you choose to master this terrain, your movement is not reduced when wearing medium armor or carrying a medium load. Also consider the Plane of Earth. You get DR1, penetrated by adamant, or the Plane of Fire. You gain fire resistance 10. If you go with the Plane of Water, you get a +4 competency bonus on swim checks, a +1 competency bonus on all attacks against swimming creatures, and you gain the ability to breathe water. If you choose to master the underground terrain, you gain Blind Fight as a bonus feat. Finally, if you go with an aligned plane like Heaven, Hell, Elysium, or the Abyss, you get an ability to detect that alignment as an immediate action. Finally, the Horizon Walker's penultimate ability is Terrain Dominance. At 3rd level, you select a terrain that you have mastered to dominate. You gain an additional Terrain Dominance at 6th level and 9th level. When dealing with creatures native to the terrain that you've dominated, you treat your favored terrain bonus as the Ranger's favored enemy bonus. Each type of terrain that you've dominated grants additional benefits. These benefits apply even if you are not in that terrain. Some of the terrain dominance bonuses that I like are the Astral Plane. You get a +1 bonus on attack and damage rolls against outsiders. You also gain the ability to cast Dimension Door as a spell-like ability, a number of times per day equal to 3, plus your Wisdom modifier. The caster level is equal to your character level. Cold. You gain Cold Resistance 20. This replaces your original Cold Resistance. And you get a +1 competency bonus on all attacks and damage rolls against creatures with the Cold subtype. Desert. You gain Fire Resistance 10 and immunity to fatigue. The Ethereal Plane. You gain Astral Jaunt as a spell-like ability usable once per day. You must be 7th level before selecting this power. If you're willing to invest into mastering the Plane of Air, Dominance over the Plane of Air grants you Fly as a spell-like ability, a number of times per day equal to 3, plus your Wisdom modifier. Caster level equal to your character level. Dominance over the Plane of Earth will get you Tremor Sense with a range of 30 feet. You must be 5th level before selecting this ability. The Plane of Fire grants you Fire Resistance 20, again replacing your original Fire Resistance from Terrain Mastery. And you get a +1 competency bonus on all attack and damage rolls against creatures with the Fire subtype. If you choose Dominance over Planes, not to be confused with Planes of Existence, these are big flat open planes, your base speed increases by 10 feet. If you go with Dominance over the Plane of Water, your movements and actions are unhampered when underwater, allowing you to speak, make attacks, and cast spells normally while submerged, as if using freedom of movement. Finally, if you dominate the underground like no one's business, you gain dark vision with a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, the range increases by 60 feet. Finally, at 10th level, you get Master of All Lands. All of your favorite terrain bonuses increase by 2, and you treat all other terrains as if they were your favorite terrain, granting you a regular +2 bonus. If any naturally occurring conditions happen, such as temperature or weather that require a saving throw, you automatically succeed. Finally, all allies within 60 feet get a +2 bonus on these checks and saves. If you're in one of your mastered terrains, this bonus increases by +4. The last thing I'll say about the Horizon Walker is, remember, a lot of these abilities run off your Wisdom modifier, so have a character with a decent Wisdom score in mind if you're considering prestiging into Horizon Walker. Let's move on to our next prestige class, Shadowdancer. This is a powerful and mobile stealth prestige class, and its abilities can function well with many different fighting styles. A Shadowdancer has a D8 hit die. You have a mid-range base attack bonus, so it's the same as a rogue or a bard. As a Shadowdancer, you have proficiency with clubs, crossbows, light, heavy, and hand, daggers, any type, darts, maces, morningstars, quarterstaffs, rapiers, saps, short bows, short swords, and light armor. In order to become a Shadowdancer, you're going to need to sync some feats. You need combat reflexes, dodge, and mobility. You also need skills, stealth, 5 ranks, and performance, dance, 2 ranks. Now let's look at class features, starting with hide in plain sight. As long as you are within 10 feet of any area of dim light, you can hide from view even if you don't have anything to hide behind. Unfortunately, you cannot hide in your own shadow. Sorry. Next, evasion. At 2nd level, if you succeed at a reflex save against a source that would deal half damage, you instead take no damage. Next, dark vision. At 2nd level, you gain dark vision out to 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, the range increases by 30 feet. Finally, at 2nd level, you get uncanny dodge. You can never be caught flat-footed. You can still, however, lose your dex bonus to AC if immobilized. Next class feature, rogue talents. At 3rd level, 6th level, and 9th level, you get a rogue talent. Here are some of my recommendations. Combat trick. This gives you a combat feat. Because Shadowdancer is a feat-intensive prestige class, you'll more than likely want to have at least a little something in terms of an extra feat you want to pick up, and this is a good way to do it. If you want to sync several rogue talents, I would recommend getting Minor Magic and then Gloom Magic. Gloom Magic allows you to cast Darkness 2 times per day as a spell-like ability, and it does not impair your vision. Also, for the 0-level spell you get from Minor Magic, I'd recommend something like Light or Dancing Lights, because adjusting the light level is important for you as a Shadowdancer. Also, you might consider Umbral Gear. As a standard action when in areas of dim light or darkness, you can create quasi-real items from the darkness itself. Things like a crowbar, 50 feet of silk rope, a glass cutter, a light mace. Stuff like that. Finally, you might want to get the Bomber rogue talent that will allow you to then go on and take the Bomber's Discovery and take Darkness Bombs from the Alchemist's Discovery list. This will let you darken the environment around you and use some of your cool shadowy abilities. Next, at 3rd level, you get Shadow Illusions. This ability allows you to create visual illusions, like the Silent Image spell. You can do this 1 time per day. Finally, at 3rd level, you get the ability that makes the Shadowdancer so incredibly powerful, Summon Shadow. This literally gives you a shadow as a companion. Unfortunately for you, and fortunately for everyone else, including your DM, the shadow cannot create shadow spawn. Your shadow's HP is half of your HP. The shadow uses your base attack bonus and save bonuses. If the shadow is destroyed, you may attempt a DC 15 fort save, and if you fail, you get 1 permanent negative level. A destroyed shadow cannot be replaced for 30 days. Important things to know about your shadow. Your shadow is incorporeal, which gives it huge survivability. Also, their primary melee attack does strength damage and is a touch attack. Alright, at 4th level, you get Shadow's Call. This ability functions as Shadow Conjuration. The spell imitates any summoning or creation spell of 3rd level or lower from the Wizard Sorcerer spell list, but it's only 20% as strong as the real thing. At 4th level, this ability is usable 1 time per day. It's usable 2 times per day at 6th, 3 times per day at 8th, and 4 times per day at 10th. Also at 10th level, it acts as Greater Shadow Conjuration. Also at 4th level, you get Shadow Jump. You can travel between areas of dim light, as if using Dimension Door. You get 40 feet of movement at 4th level, 80 feet of movement at 6th level, 160 feet of movement at 8th level, and 320 feet of movement at 10th level. This movement must be used in 10-foot increments. At 5th level, you get Defensive Roll. You can do this 1 time per day. If you would be reduced to 0 HP or fewer by a blow, not a spell or an ability, you can attempt a reflex save. The DC is equal to the damage dealt. If you succeed, you only take half the damage. Also, if you're denied your dex bonus for any reason, you can't use this ability. Also, at 5th level, you get improved uncanny dodge. You cannot be flanked. At 7th level, you get Slippery Mind. If you fail a save against an enchantment spell, you can get another saving throw 1 round later. You only get the 1 additional saving throw though, so remember that. At 8th level, you get Shadow Power. This ability functions as Shadow Evocation. The spell imitates a spell from the Sorcerer or Wizard spell list of 4th level or lower. If the spell does damage, affected creatures get a will save to disbelieve. If they succeed, it only does 20% of that damage. Finally, at 10th level, you get Improved Evasion. This functions as evasion, but on failed saves, you only take half damage. You also get Shadow Master. In areas of dim light, you get DR 10, bypassed by only things that bypass all DR, and a +2 luck bonus on saves. Finally, if you successfully crit an enemy in an area of dim light, the foe is blinded for 1d6 rounds. Finally, let's talk about Dragon Disciple. This is a great way for a caster to get a lot more physical combat power, and still keep great spellcasting potential. As a Dragon Disciple, you have a D12 hit die, and the mid-range base attack bonus. As a Dragon Disciple, you gain no additional proficiencies. The prerequisites for becoming a Dragon Disciple are any non-dragon race. You have to have 5 ranks in Knowledge Arcane. You must speak Draconic. And you must be able to cast 1st level arcane spells without preparation. Also, if you're a sorcerer, you must have taken the Draconic Bloodline. Now that you know how to become a Dragon Disciple, let's talk about class features. First off, spells per day. As you increase in level as a Dragon Disciple, at specified times, you'll be adding +1 to the spellcasting level of your existing spellcasting class. This is for determining spells per day and spells known only. This happens at 2nd level, 3rd level, 4th level, 6th level, 7th level, 8th level, and 10th level. So you are losing 3 levels of spells. For sorcerers, this is giving up your 9th level spells if you were theoretically able to go all the way to level 20. At 1st level as a Dragon Disciple, you get Blood of Dragons. This means you add your Dragon Disciple level to your Sorcerer level for the purpose of determining powers from your bloodline. As an example, the damage from your Draconic Claws will continue to increase, as well as the natural armor and energy resistance bonuses you get from your Dragon bloodline. Both of those are going to go up as you increase in level as a Dragon Disciple. Also, if you don't have the Draconic Bloodline, if you chose to go into Dragon Disciple as like a bard or something, you gain the Bloodline powers from the Sorcerer Dragon Bloodline, using your Dragon Disciple level as your effective Sorcerer level. Next, Natural Armor bonus. At 1st level, 4th level, and 7th level, you will add a +1 to your existing natural armor. As an example, let's say you chose to play a Merfolk Dragon Disciple. This is a race class combination I'm really fond of, because there's a lot of great synergy. You would stack your +2 natural armor bonus from being a Merfolk, the +2, theoretically, if you were at the right level for it, natural armor bonus you get from being a sorcerer with the Draconic Bloodline, and again, if you're at the right level for it, you would stack your +2 natural armor bonus from being a Dragon Disciple. This would give you a total of +6 to your natural armor bonus. Next class feature, Ability Boosts. At 2nd level, 4th level, 6th level, and 8th level, you will receive ability boosts to Strength. You'll get 2 of those at 2nd and 4th. You'll get a boost to Con at 6th level, and a boost to Intelligence at 8th level. These are all +2 bonuses. Also, at 2nd level, you will get your first Bloodline feat. You'll get 2 more of these at 5th level and 8th level. You may select a Bloodline feat from the Draconic Sorcerer Bloodline feat list. You'll be able to choose from Blind Fighting, Great Fortitude, Improved Initiative, Power Attack, Quickened Spell, Skill Focus Fly, Skill Focus Knowledge Arcane, or Toughness. Finally, at 2nd level, you'll get Dragon Bite. When you use your Bloodline Claws, you will also get a Bite attack, dealing 1d6 plus your Strength modifier plus 1/2 your Strength modifier. As an example, if your Dragon Disciple has a Strength modifier of +4, you would deal 1d6 plus 6. At 6th level, you add an additional 1d6 of energy damage of the energy associated with your dragon type. At 3rd level, you get Breath Weapon. You gain the Breath Weapon associated with your dragon type. As an example, silver dragons get a 30-foot cone of cold, black dragons get a 60-foot line of acid. This deals 1d6 per sorcerer level. Remember, Dragon Disciple levels stack with sorcerer for the purposes of abilities like this. The number of times per day you can do this will increase as you go up in Dragon Disciple level and sorcerer level. At 5th level, you will get Blind Sense. You gain Blind Sense out to 30 feet. At 10th level, the range of this increases by 30 feet to 60 feet. At 7th level, you will get Dragon Form. You can become a dragon as if using Form of the Dragon 1. You can do this 1 time per day. At 10th level, increase Form of the Dragon 1 to Form of the Dragon 2. And you can do this 2 times per day. Finally, at 9th level, you get the Wings ability from the Dragon Sorcerer Bloodline. You can, as a standard action, grow wings and grant yourself a fly speed of 60 feet with average maneuverability. Thank you for watching. If you're searching for more strategy guides and class analysis for Pathfinder, either Volume 1 or Volume 2, check out D6 Damage right here on Discord. And if you want to take your game further, join the D6 Damage Discord, where we have discussion groups for strategy, world building, character building, and much, much more. The link is down in the description.